everyone, welcome to our YouTube channel. I'm Chimie, and today on our P3 Road to HAL Math, the new GP, we are going to look at number puzzle. Now, this topic has not only been tested in the past 2 years of GP, but also math Olympiad competitions as well, many different kinds. So it is just like hitting two birds with one stone. Let's dive right in. Now, let's look at a question from SASMO 2019, and it's the last question, so it will be quite hard. So in the following, all the different letters stand for different digits. What is the value of A, B, and C? So the question says all the different letters stand for different digits, which means the A, B, and C they must represent different digits. Now how to do this. You see, it's quite real. B minus C, we get 8. But here also say B minus C, but we don't get anything. Ah. So first, let's try to understand what is a number puzzle first by looking at a very simple example. So 123 minus 89. Now, let me ask everyone here, what should you do? Would you just think 123 minus 89 in your brain? Or would you do working? Yes, for those of you who say working, very good. We should do working. So now, let's try to do our working. Write 123. Now, where should I write my 89? Where should I put my 8? Under where? Very good. Under 2. And where should I put my 9? Under 3 as well. Perfect. So I should do it like this. Perfect. Now, where should I start? Very good. I should start at the ones place. Amazing. Now, why can't I start, for example, in the middle? Very good. So for those of you who says that because borrowing happens, very good. Amazing. It means that you have very good basics here. Yes, exactly. We cannot start in the middle because borrowing may happen. But in the ones place, would that be borrowing? Yeah, we won't be able to borrow anyone. There's no one else. So that's why we can only start at the ones place here. So let's try. 3 minus 9, can we minus? Cannot. What should we do? Borrow. So borrow here becomes 1, and here becomes 13. And 13 minus 9 will be 4. Okay, so 1 minus 8 cannot minus. What should we do? Borrow. So this becomes 0, and this will become 11. 11 minus 8 will be 3. Perfect. So we get the answer very quickly. So here, let's do a very quick summary of this particular calculation. So first, you must start from one place and mark clearly your borrowing and carrying forward. Okay. So this, of course, is not going to be the number puzzle. But here, what is a number puzzle? A number puzzle is here we have 1, 2, 3, and 8, 9. So what number puzzle does is they will take away some numbers and replace them with empty boxes. And we need to fill in those boxes exactly just like this. So how should we solve this? Okay, where should we start from? Very good. We should start from the ones place. So 2 minus something, we get 7, eh? 2 minus something, it will become bigger. Is that possible? What happens here? For those of you who say that borrowing happened, very good. Amazing. Exactly. 2 must have minus something that is too big. So we need to borrow. So here, borrowing happens. So here, 2 will become 12. So 12 minus what becomes 7? Perfect. It will be 5. Now, let's move on. So here we have one number minus a number, we get 0. Do we know what number is it? Yeah, it's too many. There's too many possibilities. Never mind. Let's move on here. Let's move on to this number here. Let's look at this number. It's a little weird. This number minus 0, minus nothing. And it becomes nothing, right? If, for example, if a number minus 0, it will just be that number, correct? The number won't have any changes. But here, the number disappeared. It becomes 0. What happened? What happened here? For those of you who said that borrowing happened, you are amazing. Now, you see here, for example, in one's place, okay, there will be only two calculations happening. First is the digit calculation itself. For example, 12 minus 5, you get 7. Another calculation will be borrowing. This, for example, a number here must minus 1, and then do the digit calculation. So here, obviously, there is no digit calculation. But the number still disappeared, which means that definitely borrowing happened. Now, what number, what number that is after borrowing, it disappears? Yes, it can only be the number 1. Every time we borrow, we can only borrow 1. So the number 1, if it borrows away, then it will disappear. So this number can only be 1. Now, let's try to look for these two numbers here. No, so here, this we already finished this, so we're just gonna separate it apart, okay? And let's look at only at the left side. So here, in the top row, we have 1 and this number. So this is technically a two-digit number, okay? Two-digit number. We need to borrow away 1 to give this 12, okay? To give this 2. So this two-digit number minus 1, and I need to minus a one-digit number and become 0. So let's write it down. Two-digit number minus 1, which is borrowed away, and minus one-digit number, we get 0. So let's focus on this part here. Let me ask you, can this part be two-digit number? Now, see closely. If this is a two-digit number, this will minus 1 and become 0. Is that possible? Now, what is the smallest two-digit number? 10. Very good. What is the biggest one-digit number? Yes, it is 9. 10 minus 9. Will it become 0? No, it cannot. So this means that here, this is, if it's a two-digit number, then it is not possible to become 0. This means that this part, two-digit minus 1, can it be two-digit number? No, it must be a one-digit number. So if we know that here it will be a one-digit number, then, but here this is a two-digit number. What kind of two-digit number? After minus one, we will get a one-digit number. Very good. It must only be 10. It must only be 10. Amazing. So 10 minus 1. And now I'm going to have to, so this is 10 minus 1, and minus a one-digit number to become 0. So what can this one-digit number be? 10 minus 1 is what? 9. So what minus 9 will become 0? Yes, 9 has to minus 9. So minus 9 and we will get 0. So here we know that this two-digit number is 10 and this one-digit number is 9. So what should we put here? This is 1, this will be 0. This whole thing should be 10, so this will be 0. And here will be 9. Very good. Done. So let's focus on this part here. Now, if you look closely at here, what does this shape look like? Very good. It looks like a triangle. So we have a name for it. We call this golden triangle. So if we see this is subtraction, and we see that there's this triangle shaped empty boxes here, or any digits, any letters here, okay, then most important thing here is that there must be a borrowing here. Okay, there's a borrowing here. And both of them results to 0. Both of them results to nothing. Then these three numbers must be 1, 0, and 9. Okay, they must be 1, 0, and 9. This 10 borrow away 1, so become 9. Then 9 minus 9 becomes 0. Okay, so if all of this criteria makes sense, then we can use this golden triangle. Okay, so we are more than enough to look at this question here. So in the following, again, all the letters, different letters stand for different digits. So let's look here. Now, okay, where should we need to go from? We need to start at the right side. Very good. So B minus C, we get A. First, let's understand the relationship between B and C first. Now, can B be bigger than C? For example, can B be 6 and C be 5? If both of them, this is 6 and this is 5, then 6 on the side will become 1, correct? Then here will also be 1. Here will also be 1. But is that the case? No, that is not the case, which means that B cannot be bigger than C. And we know that B must be different from C, so it cannot be the same. Which means that B must be smaller than C. Now, if B must be smaller than C, well, a smaller number cannot minus a bigger number. So what happens here? Very good. Borrowing happens. So here, must borrow to give this number here. Hey, do we see anything here? Everyone. What did we learn just now? Golden triangle. So we see if there's three empty digits here, we don't know the digits, then a borrow, and there's nothing here. And we can use the golden triangle. So do we see that here? Yes, we do. We do. We see that these three letters are like a triangle, and there's nothing here. So we definitely can use our golden triangle. So what is A? Very good. A will be 1, B will be 0, and C will be 9. So tell me, what is the value of A plus B plus C? Very good. It is 10. 1 plus 0 plus 9 will equals to 10. That's all. You see? This is the last question of Phasmo. And just by knowing this golden triangle, boom, we are able to solve this question super fast. So let's do a very, very quick summary here. Again, this is the golden triangle, and the criteria is that one, it must be here, must be a borrowing here, okay? And there must be nothing here. Both of them must result to zero. Then we can use our golden triangle. Okay, it's just like only these three things a triangle. So here I have a question for everyone to try. So feel free to try and write your answers down in the comment section down below. And if you have any questions to ask me, feel free to scan this QR code and ask me. And here will be the QR code for our P3 2026 study group. There will be many, many education resources for the new JP as well. Coming up, coming right up. So stay tuned. Now, I am Teacher Mingyu. Thank you everyone for listening. Signing off right here. Bye bye.